Okay, so part two of the Volvo revival here. This is my youngest, and this is going to be his car when he's old enough. So he's participating in helping me get it going again. Okay, so what have we done on this? What did we do the last time?
We set the timing,
Which timing?
the cam timing.
We set the cam timing. That's right. And so what was wrong with the cam timing? This is an adjustable cam gear, and the friends of my family member that had the car previously, I don't think they quite understood that it was an adjustable cam gear, and so they had the cam timing like 90 degrees out. Fortunately, this is a non-interference engine, so there wasn't any damage because of that. But yeah, it was never going to start and run that way. We also today we checked what else?
The ignition timing.
The ignition timing. The ignition timing was actually set pretty close to correct. We reset it. Right now it's at 10 degrees. I think factory is 8 degrees. I'm going to leave it at 10 for now, and just until we can get it to start, and then we'll set it a little better. Next up would be the fuel pump, but why do we think the fuel pump's probably okay?
Because we can smell fuel.
That's right. We can smell a whole lot of old, nasty, caramelized fuel anytime we turn the engine over, which is a pretty fair indication that the fuel pump is actually running. We could take the fuel rail apart and watch the injectors squirt, but honestly at this point it reeks of nasty gas, so I think we're pretty certain the fuel pump is running. What we're going to do is I'm going to get to the fuel pump access panel. We're going to open it up, and I'm going to try to use the fuel pump to get all that nasty gas out of the tank. And then we'll go to the gas station, get probably a 5-gallon can of good premium gas and throw that in. Well, given that it was smelling so heavily of nasty gas, we made the assumption that the fuel pump was running, but I've taken these fuel lines completely off. To be honest, I don't remember which one's feed and which one's return, but I took them both off, and we fired the car up, and fuel pump is, we should be getting fuel just squirting out of one of these lines, and nothing's coming out. Other than that little bit of residual there, nothing's coming out at all. So I was wrong. It doesn't appear the fuel pump is running. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah.
That is what just came out of the tank. That's freaking disgusting. I also broke the level sensor float off of the sensor entirely, although looking at that, I doubt it would have worked anyway. So yeah, I think we might be at a standstill at this point. I could put my replacement fuel pump in place, but God, look at that. I don't want to put a brand new fuel pump on that sender. So yeah, until next time. Alright, so we're taking a lunch break. I'm going to clean the fuel sender as best I can and change the fuel pump and use the new pump to pump out all that nasty gas, which I know potentially we could be ruining that pump, but it was actually a Chinese copy of a Walbro 255, so it was only like 30 bucks. So if I ruin that pump, I'm not too concerned at this point. But we set a goal of getting the car running today, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. I will buy a new fuel sender because, as I said, I broke that one. I broke the float, so we won't even have a fuel gauge at this point until I replace that. But I want to see if the car runs. So stay tuned.